Alrighty then.
We are back. You will see me. My husband and our youngest son are behind me. They're invisible. You don't see them, but you will hear them.
I'm in the wall.
Easy. Okay. So, anyway, today we're going to be talking about different things that might be given to you as a tool for you to use on your journey toward healing and anything else that's taking place in your life.
Why are you doing like that?
Because I talk with my hands sometimes.
Well,
when I'm trying to
I see your
express,
lips moving.
I know you don't see my arms moving below the camera, but it just helps me to express myself. So, let's get to this topic here.
All right.
So these are tools. Again, does that mean that everybody gets these tools?
No, not everyone gets these. It's based on what my husband is guided to give you. What you are ready for. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's at a different level. So what is given to you is based on what you're currently dealing with and how to help you in the best possible way.
Okay. So now, Temp, you have a list there. What's one of the first things on your list?
The first one is the forgiveness statement.
Forgiveness
A
statement.
forgiveness statement.
Okay. You want to give a short, or will you please give a short
The forgiveness
as to what that is,
statement.
son?
Okay, that is basically a statement that includes all kinds of forgiveness dealing with yourself, anyone who you may have harmed, anyone who may have harmed you throughout your entire life, even through past lives and in many different areas. It's all encompassing.
Will you stop moving your head like that?
Oh, sorry.
That's so distracting. You can't be a Hollywood actress doing that. You know, you have to.
Actors and actresses are always moving themselves.
Oh, okay.
Let's get back to the topic, please.
Yes, topic.
Mr. Serious here.
So that's what a forgiveness statement is. And when you get it and you read through it, a lot of individuals who've been given the forgiveness statement, when they're done saying it for the very first time, they usually let us know how it makes them feel. And for a majority of individuals, they say that they feel such a release. And humble is another word that's coming to my mind that people have felt when they've read that statement. So if you get that, it's a really neat experience.
And it comes with instructions, right?
Yes, it comes with instructions on how to do it. Mhm.
Okay. And again, not everyone gets that. It's
Nope.
specific. It has to do with a lot of forgiveness
Right.
on both sides, I assume. That's the way it works. Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you have any questions about that, just contact my wife. You know, go to the website or type in a message on the wherever you see this video.
All right, next one, the transitional prayer.
Transitional prayer.
The transitional
See.
prayer.
So the first one's what? A statement?
The forgiveness statement.
Forgiveness statement. This one is a prayer.
This is the transitional prayer.
Now
Yes.
this, oh, by the way, that the prayer was given by Mother Mary. This was a prayer that was given by Mother Mary, just to let you know.
Okay.
And this is a prayer that Mother Mary guided me to get. It wasn't given to me. It was actually given to a spiritual healer, a lady spiritual healer, who all she did was help individuals that had abortions. And that's all she did her entire life. I think she's still alive.
Okay.
So this prayer was given to her to give to these individuals, just so that you know. So I think I already gave away part
Right.
of what
Well, the transitional prayer is normally given to women who may have had miscarriages, or a miscarriage, or maybe an abortion, or more than one abortion. And it's to help those souls and the woman to be able to go through the process of what they need to as far as grieving and moving on and doing what they need to do in their lives.
In many cases, like you said, you've seen posts on the internet where people have these memorials? Is that what
Yes,
they
a
call
lot
them?
of memorials.
For
Mhm.
their child that they've lost. And
Yep.
that's simply because they don't fully understand the process. Because that's not something that they should be doing.
Right.
But, if you don't know, then that's what you do.
Right. It kind of holds the soul back from moving on.
Right. So there's a lot that we could educate people on if they contact us. And that can affect you in a very negative way. And the women don't realize that either. You know?
That's right.
It's not we're not saying abortion is a bad or good thing. We're not saying that. What we're saying is that it does affect you in ways that you're not aware of. And so when you contact us, we can check and see how you're being affected and how it can be corrected to help you move on.
Right.
You know, so That's where the transitional prayer comes
All
in.
for your healing.
That's correct. All for the healing.
Okay.
Decrees, what about those?
Decrees.
Decrees.
Now-
We're all say decree, decree,
Right.
decree.
Decrees, to me, I look forward to talking about this one because, for example, one of the decrees that we give practically everybody, you know, and that's where we're headed, where it will be something that's given to everybody, I would think. But the one that we give to everyone is what?
The violet flame decree.
And there are many violet flame decrees. So by saying that, that's sort of misleading, right?
It is.
We call it the violet flame decree, but there's so many violet flame decrees.
Yes.
There are.
But this one we call it violet flame decree because that's all it is. It's just I'm a being of violet fire, the purity God desires. That's it.
Yes.
Well, not everyone has it.
Well, we've said it before.
Yes,
too.
we've had
Okay.
many videos. We've
Right.
discussed it.
And listening to that, or some of the other decrees that other people get. If you don't get decrees, then you wouldn't know. But
Right.
folks that get decrees, it's easy to confuse a decree with an affirmation. Now, people say a lot of affirmations, right?
They do.
And they might think that a decree is an affirmation. So what's the difference between a decree and an affirmation? I don't say affirmations.
A decree is a command. You're commanding something to be done. Whereas an affirmation, to me, is basically talking positively about yourself. It's not so
Which is
much
fantastic.
It is, which is not so much commanding for something to be done. Like saying, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Where an affirmation might be, I get out of bed
it could
and
be
I'm
this-
happy every day.
Right? Well,
You know, so it's projecting something positive, but it's more so.
no, but I could, for
I don't think it's
example,
invoking the same kind of energy as a decree does.
no, but for example, say, I am what? I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams, even though that's,
Daily statement.
right, that's a daily
That's a
statement.
daily statement. Yeah, something
Yeah.
else that we give out
Is
to
that
individuals
positive?
sometimes. It is
That's
positive.
Yes.
But you're not commanding, are you?
What was
I
it?
guess in a way you are.
Yeah, well, you know, you
that's-
are, but it's not the same
But
as
what
a
you said about
decree.
commanding, and that's not really what separates a decree from an affirmation.
And that's
Good
why
thinking.
he asks me what I think, so that
Yeah, good thinking, but that's
we
not
can
it.
get this straightened out.
The difference between a decree and an affirmation
Uh-huh.
is that a decree is handed to us by an ascended master.
Aha!
Okay?
See?
It's not something that's given to us by a human being. So a decree comes with the frequency attached to it from that ascended master. That's why it's so powerful. So for example, I am a being of violet fire decrees, all the violet flame decrees, well, some come from El Moria, but the majority of them come from Saint Germain,
Okay.
right? So the frequency of Saint Germain is attached to each one of those decrees. So when you say that decree, you're invoking the presence of Saint Germain to come in and help you multiply whatever that frequency is. You're not saying something by yourself. All right? You have support of that ascended master that handed down that decree. So that's how I look forward to explaining this so that people understand that now this is not one of those things you just say by rote. Okay, you just keep saying it over and over and thinking, oh well, this is nothing but an affirmation. No, it's not. This is
It's
the
more
work of the
powerful
ascended
than that.
master. It has huge, fantastic, powerful energy behind it, powerful frequency behind it, and that's why it invokes change, like drastic change. And the violet flame decree, well, it cleans. It's a cleanser.
Right.
It's a part of the Holy Spirit. So when you invoke that, it starts to clean away the negativity that's been around you. All the negative energy starts to go away. And that's what we tell people, say it as often as possible, 24 hours a day if you can. While you're sleeping, program it in your head, just keep saying it. That's one decree. What's another decree that we talk about that normally would give someone? Not everyone gets it, but apart from violet flame, there's another one that we normally is very commonly given.
Yes,
Archangel
that's
Michael.
not correct.
Right, the Archangel Michael decree,
How do I know this and you don't?
the protection decree.
No. Yes.
What-
People need protection.
I know we send out the Archangel Michael prayer, but I don't recall an Archangel Michael decree. Are you calling that a decree?
You talking about the one? No. Oh, no. we
Saint
do-
Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, the one that we got from the Catholic Church that we've been guided to give out to numerous individuals.
No, that's a prayer.
Okay, so there you go. There goes another tool that you might get. The Archangel Michael prayer.
Right, but we also have the Archangel Michael decree. all right, where Archangel Michael handed those decrees for us to use to invoke his presence to protect us.
There are like 3 in that
Right.
category that I know.
All right, like the
Okay.
traveling decree, Archangel Michael.
Oh, okay, the traveling
That's
decree.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
You know,
I was drawing
so-
a blank as to what ones I'm thinking.
So when people are out there traveling, they invoke Archangel Michael's presence and then
For protection
he
while you're
protects them
traveling
they're
out there.
traveling.
And wherever you go, going out for a walk, going for a bike ride, driving around somewhere.
Right. So and again, whether or not you believe in the ascended masters or the angels or archangels, it doesn't matter. Just try it and see what happens. You know, just try it and see what happens. That's how you get to test and see if the ascended masters are real. You know, and again, when we say ascended master, we are talking about any of the ascended masters. It could be Jesus. It could be Gautama Buddha. Now, we're Catholic, so they'll probably ban us from the Catholic Church for saying this, right?
Don't say that.
You know, they probably will. They're like, there's a bad Catholics over there.
Probably.
But I just want to make it clear that we go with what we've been taught by the ascended masters.
Right.
Okay, I'm not going to go against that.
Right.
It could be Ganesh or Krishna, right? It could be-
Zarathustra.
Exactly. It could be any one of the ascended masters that exist. It could be Mother Kuan Yin, who's one of my favorite, you know, Mother Mary. Now, Mother Mary won't be a problem with the Catholic Church because Mother Mary is from, you know, she's been adopted by the Catholic Church.
Right.
When we say Mother Kuan Yin, wait a minute, she's Chinese, what are you talking about? She's
Right.
Buddhist. Well, guess what? She's an ascended master.
Right.
And so,
Or El Moria. People are like, who's that?
Exactly.
Especially in the Christian realm. People are like, what? Who?
okay? So that's what I mean by ascended masters. That they don't discriminate. They don't care what church you belong to. They don't
right.
care what race you are.
As my husband has mentioned in several videos, Jesus is not going to say, oh, you're Buddhist. I can't help you. You have to go to Buddha.
Exactly. You've been chanting, and I don't do chanting. And Jesus
That's
won't say
right,
that.
that's right.
He will help you anyway. Anyway, so anyway, they're the ones that hand it. And so we have decrees. It could be decrees from any one of the ascended masters.
Right.
Almost any of them, all of them hand decrees down, right, to
Yes.
help us on earth.
And we've given out many decrees that have been, guided from my husband for us to give to individuals, and all different kinds of decrees, actually. So
So if you ever
some
get that-
individuals get daily decrees that they're supposed to say.
Yeah. That lasts about 15 minutes, half an hour.
Right.
What that they say that on a daily basis, twice a day or 3 times a day.
Yes.
So each person's situation is different. If you haven't gotten that, please don't contact us and ask us for your decrees because that means
You're not supposed to have
getting
them.
it, okay? Or when the time comes, just be patient.
Yes.
It's a journey. We all get there. And again, I don't decide what you get or when you get it. We're guided as to when that happens. What else? What other tools do we have out there?
But we do have daily statements that we've given out to individuals.
To some individuals. that's
Right,
correct.
because needing to really help with their mindset and helping them to think differently, so they get daily statements that
But
they're to say.
It's not mindset, it's more their thought forms.
Okay, their thought forms, to
Right.
change their thought forms.
So if you're someone that always imagines the worst and things like that, normally after a while you'll probably get that. But some work is done from here first to kind of adjust some frequencies before that takes place. So there are many ways that you're helped by the Ascended Masters, many ways. And we're just sharing with you some of the ways that it's done.
Some of the tools that are given to you,
Right.
so that
to
you know what
individuals.
they are. Right. Every now and again, a book is recommended,
Right.
depending on the individual's situation and what they're doing. What else has been given?
We've never really talked about, I don't recall too often that a special diet is recommended to anybody.
Right, that has been rare. That's only been in certain cases where individuals, to help with their healing process, it's been recommended some things that they should eat or avoid eating.
Okay.
And then also it has been guided in different healing situations where my husband is asked to check all the medications that the individual is taking, and then all of a sudden it's discovered, oh wait, these two are not working together and this is causing this condition in the person. So, and then they go back to their doctor and things are adjusted. So those are the kinds of other things that have been given to us.
Oh, that's right.
We have had individuals who were told to take, what's it called? Like Star of Bethlehem, it's a homeopathic
well,
remedy.
or vitamins and things
or
like that.
vitamin, but that's, again, that's rare. It's not like it's a usual thing.
Yeah, it's not something that we do. Okay, we don't. It's not part of our process. Again, we just follow guidance. So it's not like we'll sit here and say, all right, first we'll check you, then we'll tell you what medication to take. We don't do that. I truly believe that for the most part, medications are not necessary, but that's just my belief. All right, if you feel you have to take medication, you take it. And also keep in mind that if you ask us how beneficial, I like how some of the folks that we work with have figured this out. If they ask us, well, should I take this medication, or should I take, let's say for example, should I take this medication for
Blood pressure.
blood
That's
pressure,
a common
right?
one.
Okay, that's a very common one. Like for blood pressure, right? To deal with high blood pressure. And the response they get is, if you take it, it's 20% beneficial.
Right.
See, normally you won't be told yes or no. You're given a scale.
You're told
Right.
how beneficial something will be for you.
Right.
And then you make the decision, because again, we will not infringe upon your free will in any way.
And so even if it shows 100% beneficial, it's still up to you if you want to follow the guidance, all right? Let's say, for example, you just really believe that you should be taking medication, and then a certain medication or supplement, and then you get the result back and it shows 0% beneficial. Well, to
It's
me,
up to you.
to me, that what that says is, even if you take this, it doesn't really help you. But if you believe that it's going to help you, then don't listen to our guidance. Just go and take your medication.
Right.
Never, never, ever decide to stop taking a medication based on a response you get from us.
Right.
Because it's your life, right? You have to go by how you feel.
Do what you feel is best for you
That's
at
correct.
all times.
Know that if your doctor says take a medication and you come and check with us, and then our result is 20% beneficial, remember, the doctor is a professional. We're not. We didn't go to medical school. So make sure you make a decision. If you make a decision, they'll come back to us and say, well, why do you tell me to do that when you don't have a medical degree? Well, let's go through this again. I don't have a medical degree.
He gets guidance from the Ascended Masters
Exactly.
from the spiritual realm.
All right? So keep that in mind also.
Another tool that
Anything you want to add, Champ? Before?
No.
Okay.
Another tool that we are guided to give out is a meditation, or different meditations for individuals for whatever their need may be. So you might receive a recording of a meditation to help you in your process.
But that's later. That's you have to get to that point. That's
Right.
not something you normally get right away, because at that point your training has started.
But these
So-
are all different tools that are given to you, and we'll let you know exactly how to use them.
Right.
And as you continue on your path and go through all your healing and everything that you need to do, different things will come up for you.
And with each tool is helping you to heal yourself as well. And that's the beauty of it. You're not just be giving a tool, you're being given a tool that helps you to heal. And while you're learning to heal yourself, that's the training that you're getting, so you can help other people heal later on. So to me that's an added bonus. You learn to heal yourself, but you also learn to heal others. And then when I say, hey, go help that person, you're ready. And the best part is you don't have to call us anymore. Not that we don't want to talk to you, but you won't need to.
Right, but at that point, we'll have already helped you, guided you on how to know, to tune in, to be able to know what to give individuals at that point.
Exactly. All right. So, anything else as far as tools or what might be given?
Not that I can think of.
Right.
I think we've covered most of, or all of the ones that we've ever given out.
That's pretty much it. The main thing is the accountability, being accountable.
Yes. Let us know how it's working for you.
Because the more accountable you are, the easier it is to track what's going on with you. Now, why is that important for us? Because I try different techniques. My spirit guides have told me, I used to just depend on them. Like, just tell me what to do. They got to a point where they said, you have to figure this out, right? Grow up, stop being a baby.
We're not holding your hand that much anymore.
Right? So, and that's why they'll guide me on certain things, but some things they want me to figure out. So what I do is I take the approach of, okay, let me see what will work best for this individual. And so I'll try one technique. So when you give the feedback, then I can say, oh, that didn't work too well. It should have been 100%, maybe it was 50%. So then I adjust it until we see that it's effective. And if we don't hear from you, then we don't know if it's effective. And for some people, one time is enough.
Yes.
First time, 100%. Then we don't hear from them again. Well, that's okay. At least you're healed. But it's so nice to know how you're doing. Like a follow-up. A year later, how are you doing?
Like how you go to a doctor. You have to go to follow-up appointments. They book you like a month, a couple months later, 3 months after that, and you just keep going until it's like once a year. So it's the same thing for us. Let us hear from you.
Excellent point. I think that might be it. And we're covering tools, correct? The
Yes,
different
tools that we give to individuals.
Oh, and then there's some individuals that we also supply the charged water to.
Oh, the charged water.
Right.
Our children call it H2O plus.
What do you call it that, Tim? Well, give your experience about H2O plus. It's you guys that named it that, actually. So how about you give us a short, we don't have a lot of time, but what's your experience with that?
H2O plus, from what I know, is a charged water. And
what does that mean?
it's been charged with many different positive frequencies that are able to heal your body and enhance your natural abilities. And from my experience, well, I remember just pouring a little bit into our soccer cooler one day, and we just kicked the other team out of the ballpark. I mean, it was as simple as that. This stuff is great. It tastes amazing, it's very refreshing, and I would recommend it to anyone, really.
Well, recommend it. How are they gonna get it?
Well, I mean, we could make it into a product, sell it.
The kids have thought about that. They said to just bottle it and then sell it.
Yes.
And you would name it what?
H2O plus.
H2O plus. Why are you naming it H2O plus?
Like this enhanced water.
So our kids came up with that name. But it's definitely charged.
Yes.
And
I mean, we've tested it among, like, the refrigerator water and the tap water. We've tested it, and it's so much better.
yeah. Even with people, different people that don't know what we've done with it,
Right.
they prefer to bottled water that they buy from the store.
We even experimented and used it on our dog. Our dog had a sore on his face, and we didn't want to just rush to the vet and have them say all kinds of stuff, so we started using the charged water on it, and it closed and healed.
So that's another tool that we.
That's
supply
another
to
tool
people,
you
right?
might get if you're guided to get it.
Especially people with water, where they have water problems, where the water
Right,
is not.
where the water is not the best
good.
quality.
Exactly. So we help them with that. If you have bad quality water, let us know so we can help with that right away. And that's one that we won't have you wait.
Right.
But don't pretend like it's bad water just to get charged water. It's not good. That's not nice.
And my
We'll figure
husband
it out.
will know if he's supposed to
Exactly.
give it to you, because when he goes to get it charged for you, he'll be told, they don't need this.
I don't think they'll say that, but okay.
Well, that's my vision of how I think things would happen.
Right. But anyway, so those are some of the tools that individuals may receive. And of course, we're more than happy to share those things with them. And you normally give them the instructions, and if they have
Yes.
to talk to somebody, they'll talk to you. Just so people know that. They don't normally talk to you unless if we set up some type of
Skype or Zoom
right,
call.
Exactly, right? So normally you won't talk to me at all.
Right.
But I think we covered it all.
Yes, we sure did. You can find us on our website at 190vision.com, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Just put in 190vision and you'll find us. See you next time.